up, guys? Welcome back to Big Yogi'Z Garage. Today I got Greg Janatowski. What's up, Greg?
Glad to meet you, sir.
Glad to meet you. How you doing?
I'm doing fine.
All right, so I did meet you at the gym. I don't really know you, but I've met you at the gym. I worked out at the gym, and then one day we were having a conversation about working out, and you were telling me a little bit about your knees and how you needed surgery. And I had asked you, I said, hey man, would you be willing to come on this podcast? And I told you a little bit about my podcast. Mm-hmm. And I wanted to get to know you a little bit more because I feel that every single person has a story. I think every single person can write a book. I don't know. I wanted to talk to you about all that kind of stuff, fitness world. You told me you worked out for a long time.
I worked out since I was 14 years old.
Okay.
Yeah.
So where did you grow up at?
I grew up, which is now inner city. I grew up on Indiana Avenue, 1000 block.
All right, here in Toledo.
Right here in Toledo, not far from downtown.
Okay.
And then I first started weightlifting. Like I said, like 14 years old, we were lifted in a garage on Hawley Street, near South Street, South End. A fella whose wife worked with my mother, he was an old weightlifter. There wasn't many of them around, okay? And my brother and I worked out in the garage. He had a garage out there, a lot of homemade weights, and there was two other guys. They were South End bad dudes. They just want to stay in shape so they could fight more. That's kind of what they did.
Yeah.
And they kind of dropped out, but I worked out there for a few years, and then I started working out at the YMCA downtown. They had a weight room down in the basement. I call it the dungeon because you were down there. There was no air. There was nothing like they got today. Mostly all free weights, benches, stuff like that. And a lot of the guys there were serious weightlifters. A lot of powerlifting, heavy lifting. You know, we'd have, like when the professional wrestlers would come in town on their tour, they'd come down here to work out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they, you know, some
like the WWE guys and stuff.
Well, this is before them.
Oh, that was before them.
Yeah, before WWE. It was back in the '60s. There was some name guys, you know, like
but they would all dress up like that, like them guys and stuff.
They were there to push iron.
They had their own their own personas, right? Each guy was like Jake the Snake, but not Jake the Snake. But
we had guys. There was Von Hess, Von Schatz, Jerry Graham, Dr. Jerry Graham. The Tolos brothers were Canadians, and they worked out. And then I worked out there until I got into service. Then I went into the Air Force. Okay. And we had a weightlifting team there.
Okay.
So we competed. We would compete with all the other bases.
So you served the country.
I served 4 years overseas.
Right. Thank you for serving the country. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So your weight. So okay, hold on. Before we get too far, so when you were growing up, let's go back to when you were a little bit younger. Okay, when you were growing, when you were younger, did you have like fitness? Did people work out around you and stuff?
Not very many people.
Like your dad and all them.
My dad was a baseball player and a golfer.
Okay.
There wasn't a lot of people lifting weights back then.
Oh, for real?
There was no. So when I played football for like 8 years. I played 4 years in high school, 1 year in college, and then I was in the service.
What school did you go to?
Macomber Vocational, that's right downtown. It's closed up, but the building's still there.
Oh, okay.
And they started weightlifting training when I was like a senior. There was like three of us guys that did some serious weightlifting. Yeah. And there was guys that were probably 100 pounds more than me, and they couldn't lift half what I lifted because they had no training. You know, they didn't know any better. The coaches noticed that. They said, you guys, you know, we've been doing it, you know, since I was like 17 at that time. I was already been doing it for like 4 years, 3 years, 4 years. Yeah. So, and then I went on from there and never quit.
And in what position did you play football?
I played linebacker and center. I was 170 pound center.
Damn.
I played two guys next to me were all Americans in college.
Oh, for real?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's good. I played football. That's why I asked, because once you said football, I'm like, dang, I never played like high school or nothing, but I played elementary and all that. In high school, I got into some trouble and I never got grades. But then I play flag football, like still to this day.
Oh, cool.
I just got hurt, but
that's what happens. You know? You get hurt.
You get hurt and then you can't play.
Right. I know about that.
So football got you kind of like, or you already was working out, then you started playing football.
I was football. Actually, I played football in grade school, like you said. And then I went to high school. I played all 4 years. And then once I got in the service, we had a team on base. We had a weightlifting team. We had a football. These guys, I played with guys that played at Louisville. The guys on our team. One guy was from the Air Force Academy. We had pilots. I was in the Air Force, and it was like semi-pro. We'd play. The bases all had a team, and then we'd play championship. We'd go over to Germany and play those guys. They had a loaded team because they the generals and that they'd make sure these guys were at third base. They always won a championship, but we competed. And I worked out there. We had a gym on base, and we hit it pretty good. We had competition. I'd go down. We had championships down in London, England, and I won my weight class one time. Took second in the bodybuilding. Yeah. So I felt pretty proud of that. I still got my trophy at home.
Yeah, that's awesome. Hey, who were your workout role models when you were growing up?
Back then, there was guys like John C. Gramek. You would know about him. He's an old weightlifter. There was guys out in California, Dave Draper and Larry Scott. These were the guys that were high-end, weightlifters or bodybuilders.
Those are before Arnold and all them guys, right?
In fact, I'll be quite honest with you. I went to the competition down in Columbus when Arnold first came here, 1970 or 71, and they had a Mr. World contest. Yeah. Okay, and he was competing against a fella named Sergio Oliva. He was a black guy from Chicago, and this guy, they gave the trophy to Arnold, and Oliva had him beat hands down. He was very well built guy. When he did a lap pose, he looked like a cobra. You know what I mean? Arnold, he was being pushed by a guy named Joe Weider. He owned all these products, Weider Sports and all that kind of stuff. So they kind of brought Arnold from overseas to here, and they were pushing him along.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Well, he was good. I'm not, he was a big guy, and the big guys normally are not really good bodybuilders, because their muscles are too long. Yeah. But he did, for a big guy, he did pretty well.
So he probably found some people to help him promote him.
That Weider guy, he had a big company.
Yeah, because like on the radio, they'll play the same song over and over. They force feed, and they basically make people listen to stuff. So that's kind of what they did with him, kind of basically push him along.
That's what they did. They pushed him along.
He made it all the way to the governor.
Yeah, that was a surprise.
Yeah, because
anything can happen in America.
Yeah, look, he said one time, I remember seeing an interview, he said, they told me I couldn't be world champion. They told me I couldn't be they told me I couldn't be a actor. They told him that he couldn't be governor, all that, and he just kept going and going and going.
Well, you get the right people behind you.
Yeah.
Heck, they made Jesse the Body Ventura governor of Minnesota. How do you figure that one out?
Yeah, he's a little lunatic.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's. Hey, so okay, your workout. What kind of workout approach and methods did you have when you were working out? When you started working out?
When I started, it was mostly Olympic type lifting and powerlifting. Okay, that's what we did. We did a lot of. You don't see the clean and jerk and their presses. They do clean and jerk, but they don't do the presses. We did a lot of that up front, and then we got into powerlifting. A lot of heavy squats, deadlifts, stuff like that there. Bench presses. That's where I tore my shoulders, bench presses. This one here I had replaced already. This one needs to be replaced. Okay. But
so just you guys went hard. You guys always went hard.
Yeah.
You guys lifted a lot of weight.
Oh yeah, we'd take to build your arms, we'd line up dumbbells from 65, 70 pounds down to 20, and then do a set and no break. Do a set, keep dropping down,
all the way down.
All the way down.
Until
you got to those 10, 15 pounders, they felt like they were 100.
They felt like they were the 60s.
They felt like they were 100. But then you got your muscles flush, And then we used to do, back then, they didn't have as many products. I used 100% protein. You used to go down to the health food store and get it. A lot of B vitamins, to get, and then amino acids and stuff like that. But there's more product out there. People who's got more chance at nutrition.
And then how about equipment? How was the equipment? Garbage?
We had Olympic weights. We had all those dumbbells. We had one lap machine at the Y, and that was about it.
It wasn't all like how like the stuff we got
There
now
was
at the
no
gym.
machines. No. In fact, my brother and I, my brother's 4 years older. He don't believe in machines.
No?
He said you get muscle from blast. You gotta blast. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like free weights.
Wait, yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't even do that anymore. I can't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I did that. It's behind me.
Yeah. You've already did all that.
Been there, done there.
Yeah. So, what were your goals like working out? What were you working out for?
Well, first, for be competitive on a football team. Being I was in 6'5", 200. I was 5'11", 175, 80 at the most. So I want to be able to compete with the big guys.
Okay.
So I had to get my strength up. That was the whole goal in high school and even in the service. Some of those guys were ex-college players. And so to stay fit, you got to be able to compete with those guys. So you got to stay strong.
Yeah, so you felt like it was like you needed to so you can stay ahead of the class or
right.
up with the leaders of the class or whatever.
You had to stay.
You didn't want to stay fall behind them.
No, exactly.
Okay. So you always had a competitive like fire under.
Remember what I did? I always tried to compete.
Yeah.
I didn't know if I was going to be first, but I sure didn't want to be last.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. What kind of job, the career did you get into?
I worked in communication. I was at the phone company, the old Ohio Bell Telephone Company, and then they divested in '84. I went with AT&T, and then they spun us off. I was in business communication. I put in large business systems throughout Northwest Ohio, actually Ohio.
Oh, okay.
I was all over the state.
Oh, okay. All right. So I was gonna ask you too about like your what you said a little bit about your achievements and stuff like that. Your achievements, your milestones, working out. You said you want to. I remember you telling me about a picture you took too. Is that the same thing?
Yeah, I was. In fact, there was a guy that was an engineer from the phone company, and he was a photographer, and he competed. Okay, and he knew I was a bodybuilder, so he had like you got this little studio. He had his own studio at his place out in Point Place, and he wanted to know if I wanted to do a posing. I said, yeah, sure. So I, and he dealt with nothing but black and white.
Oh, okay.
I mean, he had color, but that was the competition that he'd be in. So I think I showed you one of those photos.
Yeah.
I had a whole list of them, but I don't know if my daughter or somebody, they're gone. I don't have them all.
Yeah.
But he sent a lot of those in, and they had an international photographer contest, and he won that one I showed you that was like the thinker.
Yeah.
He won the contest internationally.
With that picture.
With that picture. Yeah.
And then he brought it back to you like, look, man, I want this.
Yeah, he got, I don't know how much he got for it. I didn't get anything for it. But I was, I was kind of satisfied.
Yeah.
But
that makes you feel good because like you're like, hey, at least someone won a picture contest with my image. Yeah.
And then I entered I don't remember what year that was, but there was a magazine called Muscle Builder, Strength and Health and Muscle Builder, and I entered a picture in there and got to get a picture in that magazine, which that was, I don't know where that ended up being, but I had that for a long time.
That's awesome. Sometimes those little things is like because you work so hard, sometimes you're bodybuilding, but you didn't do it. Like you weren't like a professional bodybuilder, were you? Like were you in all the competitions and stuff?
Amateur contests.
Yeah, amateur.
Yeah, I entered, we had Mr. Toledo contest. I entered at 1965, something like that.
Okay.
And then in the service, we had competition.
Yeah.
I did compete in there, bodybuilding, powerlifting. We had those meets all the time.
Yeah. It feels good to win that stuff and to be in that kind of stuff and stuff. Yeah, I could never get in there because I was always like eating too much and I was always like heavy and stuff. Now, for like the last year is really when I started working out and I'm on my little workout journey now. So, throughout your workout journey, what challenges and setbacks, like, not right now. I'm talking about like in the youth and like what challenges and setbacks did you have?
Injury wise, you're talking?
Yeah.
Well, when I did, what set me back is when I actually tore my shoulders. I was doing heavy pullovers, and everybody now you ask for a spotter.
Yeah.
Well, everybody said, no, I'm macho man. I could arch back, get that. I pulled the weight over, and I heard my shoulders crumble, and just kind of shook it off. Now that's one of the messages I want to leave. Let your body tell you what's wrong. If it's telling you you're hurting, go get it checked out. I didn't. I just let it rest. Thought I'd, take vitamins, do this, and I let it rest, and I came back but it set me way back on a bench press. I never really recovered.
Oh, you never really recovered?
I never recovered, not to the weight I was handling.
Yeah.
You know, I used to, my bench was like 385. After that, most I could do was like 300.
And then what exactly, okay, I don't understand. You was trying to grab some weight from back there?
But you call it a pullover. And see, we used to, nowadays they got machines that you do that with.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But we used to take the bench, put it on a 45-pound plate to raise it, elevate it, and then throw a couple rubber mats on that. So it'd be really, so you had to really arch back to get it, which was stupid.
Yeah.
But,
and then you pull the
back
muscle
over, and then you do pullovers.
Yeah, and it pulled both muscles on both sides, or just one?
Well, one shoulder, I think the other one was from bench pressing.
Damn.
They crumbled. You ever take a jaw breaker and put it in your mouth and break it? That's what that sounded like.
Damn.
When it happened.
That sounds
crazy.
Yeah. Okay, so how did working out so hard affect your body? Like working out that hard, is that what affected your body? Like,
I mean, I look at I'd always check yourself out in the mirror. Even with the injuries, you just keep going.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You go, you work over the top of it.
But
just like football players, you get hurt, you play through it. You know what I mean? And I just just let it ride.
Yeah, I
until
remember
later in life, and then it started coming back to haunt me. When you get older, like I am, and even before that, you get arthritis. Gets in your joints and stuff like that. And I remember I went to see a doctor at the clinic, and I told him, I said, man, I got this pain in my back, I got this, and they did some x-rays. He said, Mr. Janatowski, I'm going to tell you something. He said, you're like an Indianapolis 500 race car. He said, the only problem is you got 150,000 miles on you. I said, he told me that a while back. So I said, yeah, I need some of that.
Hey, so what advice would you give what advice would you give the younger Greg about working out and stuff like that?
Well, again, be smart. Okay. Nowadays you got all the equipment, you can stand, and if you feel like you're doing something that's injuring you, don't do it. Seek some advice, or maybe a trainer or something. We didn't have no trainers back then. The magazine was our trainer. You checked it out, read guys like Wider. There was Bob Huffman out of York, Pennsylvania. That's who was you got your information from.
You just got it off like some magazines.
Right, just magazines and stuff.
Or something.
So that's what you need to do. If you're doing something, I see guys in the gym, some older guys I see coming in the morning, and they're handling weight that they have no business handling because they're cheating.
Yeah.
They're cheating the exercise. Do the exercise to its fullest extent. They got pictures on those machines. Do what it says.
Yeah.
I see guys doing dips. They're moving about this far. That's not the right exercise. Put the weight you can handle. Do the full extension of the exercise.
Yeah, to try to get the most out of the workout.
That's what the whole idea is.
Yeah. And then, okay, how about this? When they're trying to do the bench machine, but they're not the free bench, but the ones that you can sit up like this and you swing. So I seen some guy, he has so much weight on it, and he's going like this, and he's going.
That's what I'm talking about. That's stupid.
Like you're bending your back, you're doing what are you really getting out of that?
Nothing.
You're hurting your back, I think.
You're hurting your back. You're not gaining anything.
Yeah.
They want to play like they're Macho Man. I can handle this weight.
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense.
And then like me, I can handle way more weight than I really do, Greg, but I have a really hard time at the gym, so I try to make my days so easy where I still do I do a good amount of weight, but I don't go over crazy. I just keep it
That's all you need.
Because I want to form my muscles, I don't have my chest actually, I got a little bit right here, but this part's not really formed.
Well, here's the thing. Heavy weight, lower reps builds bulk. Okay. Lower weight and high reps builds definition. So if you want to bulk for a while, you handle whatever your maximum weight is, you don't do as many reps. And then you go into a more defined, you drop down and do a lighter weight, and that gives you more definition.
So if I want to bulk, that means like I want to create more my chest muscle. Like I wanted to, you know how people got the actual chest like that? I don't have like, I got like this part, but I don't feel like I got this. Like it's like sunk in. So what should I do? What should I work out for this? Like
Just
more flies?
benching, bench presses, dumbbell presses you could use, and flies you could do that. You know,
Flies,
and even the crunch machine, that pops your pecs. Get your pecs up there.
How about but the outer part? Does the outer
You want the like your lats?
you know how your chest goes like this?
Yeah.
Like this
That
part
all
seems
gets
like
cut. That's all your
when
you
you're
know,
just doing
your
it.
pectoral muscle.
Yeah.
That all with that movement you just said. That's how you get it.
It'll get it. It'll grow because it is growing and it feels like it's growing, but it's still taking time before it comes out. So.
Yeah, and then of course you got to, and if you want to, you got to bulk up. Eat the protein.
Protein and
and the B vitamins and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know,
B12 is good.
B12. Excuse me.
Yeah.
All that kind of stuff.
I heard there's like a lot of places now they're giving like B12 shots and stuff. Do you think that's
heard
really
that
good
too.
or what? You don't know anything about that?
I'm not into that.
Yeah, I never
We were
really.
in, well, I tinkered a little bit with the steroids. Okay.
Yeah.
And a lot of guys that was just coming on when I was about 20, 21 years old, 22.
Yeah.
When I was like 23, I just got out of the service. So I dabbled in that a little bit, but there was a lot of side effects. And there's some guys those name guys I told you in California, they were into that stuff big time.
Yeah.
It tore up their liver.
Okay.
If you're on them steroids, you got to take a lot of protein.
Yeah.
You got to have at least 60 grams or more protein a day.
And
they weren't, and stuff was tearing them up.
Is it true that people get like angry and stuff like that?
There's a lot of side effects.
Like the Incredible Hulk. People used to say like it turns you into Incredible Hulk or something like that.
Well, yeah, but and it changed you. Like it broke me out. I had like rashes on my muscles. So I gave it up. I said it ain't worth the trouble.
You only did it for a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never did that. I have a couple buddies of mine that did it for a little bit, and they were shooting themselves like in their butt cheek and stuff.
Oh yeah. Well, there was a guy that worked out with us.
Yeah.
He was a barber. He couldn't bench 135 pounds. Well, I went in the service and come back, and he was the national policeman's champion in his weight class in bodybuilding, not bodybuilding, but
powerlifting.
Yeah. And I couldn't believe it's the same guy, but he was doing what you said. He was taking shots, and it just bulked him up.
You were like,
you're
like, hold up, something's going on here.
Yeah, I said that ain't the same guy. I know.
Yeah, you knew something.
Yeah, he came a long way, but it affected him. He lost his hair. It aged him.
Yeah.
And he finally got out of it.
Yes, a lot of people don't know they're doing this stuff right now, but like later on, 20, 30 years later, it's going to like pay, like a lot of bad things might happen.
Oh yeah, there was a guy that was in Toledo. He had the world record for the bench press in his weight group. His name was Larry Pacifico. He was a strong dude, but he was on the roids, and he had 33 years old. He had a massive heart attack.
Damn.
He survived it, but I didn't know, whatever happened to him after that.
Damn. Hey, so what are some key fitness lessons that you've learned, not about injury, but like just like something like throughout your whole entire fitness journey that we could like talk about or something?
Well, like I said, weightlifting, I used to bulk myself up, and then when I wanted to say trim, I did a lot of running too.
Okay.
That helps. I know you do a little jogging, but I used to run 10Ks. I used to run half marathons.
Oh, you did?
But that's what I used to train with that Joey I told you about. And that was so you keep your weight down and trimmed. A lot of bodybuilders used to do that. They'd get off the heavy stuff and then come close to a competition. They would start training a different way or doing more cardio. Get your cardio in, okay? And that helps.
Yeah.
Trims down any fat you got on you, it'll get off, So you change your diet.
So you recommend a little cardio with your weight?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's what I kind of do. I started with cardio, boom, just to get my motor running, and then I go in and do my gym.
Yeah, you got to do both.
Yeah. So that's good. That's good
one
to
lesson
know.
I did that. I did that back in the day.
And how long have you been working out for?
I've been.
I just don't.
I'm
So you're like 40, 50?
How old am I?
I don't know. I don't know.
I'm
man.
76.
Oh, okay.
So I've been
what?
working out from 14 years old. Do the math.
Like 50,
60 years.
50, 60
Yeah.
years.
Yeah.
Wow. And you always constantly worked out.
Never quit.
Never quit.
Nope.
That's awesome, man.
And I get chewed out by my family because of all these aches and pains.
Yeah.
I said, well, hey, I'm still here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's the alternative.
Yeah.
You know,
a lot of people that you grew up with are probably gone, right?
a lot of people's checked out, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
know, because I mean, a lot of people I grew up with are gone, and I'm only 43.
Yeah.
So I can only imagine you.
Well, give me an example. I think I told you in the gym, my dad died at 48 from a heart attack. I never saw my grandparents from his side. They were both dead before I was born. You know, so I was worried about that gene.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
And I said, well, my brother and I decided, man, we're going to start doing something. We're going to start working out, stay in, condition, take supplements. I take 12 supplements a day, even now.
Yeah.
Different vitamins and so
yeah.
forth. And I always did that.
And then how about during COVID, did you get sick or anything? Did you?
Well, my wife and I both had it.
Oh, you did?
Oh, yeah. I had it for
Did you
about
guys get
3
real
weeks.
bad? Or?
Well, bad enough to where, I mean, I felt, if I walked from here to that door, I felt like I ran a marathon.
Damn.
It affected us. See, we're a little bit older.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know where we picked it up at, but it's rampant. And I hate to bring this up, but my grandson spent 7 months in the hospital. He almost died from COVID. He was only 24 years old.
Damn.
He lost his lung.
Damn.
So it's for real.
Yeah.
And, if you're fortunate enough to get through it, if you're not, there's a whole bunch of people that passed away
Yeah, I
from
know a
it.
lot of people passed away.
You know.
Hey, so do you feel like you working out all those years helped you like to fight that
I think so.
when you were, you know what I mean?
Yeah, plus if you got to take a lot of, take supplements, get stuff in your body that's going to help you fight any type of bacteria or whatever it might be.
Yeah, because a lot of times the food that we're eating nowadays doesn't have enough vitamin B, vitamin C, vitamin this, vitamin that.
No.
You know, and then a lot of people are mostly at work or in their house and they're not getting the sun, so not a lot of people got vitamin D.
That's another thing we used to do. We used to always, in the summer, all our bodybuilders, we used to go out to the quarries. We'd always be out there sunning. Or at the Y, they had a roof. We'd go up there and stand up on, we'd lay up on the roof. We call it Tar Beach.
Oh, yeah?
On the roof of the Y.
I didn't know that. Right here downtown?
Yeah, the old Y, it's closed.
Hey, so you hung around here downtown a lot, huh?
Well, I worked out down here, but
But I'm saying, like, during this conversation, you've actually said downtown, and like this area means like something to you growing up.
Yeah, oh yeah.
You said to me one day that you worked at these warehouses down here.
Well, I did the work, the phone work. I put in systems in a lot of these buildings.
Okay.
But I did all of Northwest Ohio, and I did spend a lot of time in Cleveland, Columbus, all those places.
Oh, that's
Whenever they
awesome.
had big projects, we had a team. We'd go in and do the systems,
Okay.
big systems.
Hey, I was gonna ask you. Okay, so now you said you're 72, right?
76.
Damn, 76. I thought you were younger. You look way younger than that.
Everybody says that.
Yeah, because you have a head full of hair, and you're always at the gym working out. You're there before any single person there. I mean, there's a couple of you guys
Coming, yeah.
But when I get there, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get there early. I get there at 5:15. You guys are already on the machine. I'm like, damn, what the heck? So
I get up at 4 o'clock every day.
You've been doing that for years, huh?
Yeah, 4 o'clock. I didn't, when I was working full time, I used to work out after work. And if, I'd do I'd go to Bally's and I'd go do a 6-mile run, and I'd come back and start doing weights or elliptical or something like that. But then it got so, after work, probably I've never worked out where we work out after work because there's too many people.
Yeah.
You want to get a workout in a nice amount of time, and it just got to be too hard.
Yeah.
You'd have to wait for a machine. What's good about the morning, there's less people, and everybody's doing their thing. Everybody's kind of on the same mode. There's people that want to get their workout in, go to work or whatever.
Yeah, I like to do it. I like to do it in the morning because I know that the day will get in my way. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because like if I get it done, it's over with. No, it's like I have a cleaning business. Somebody calls me like, hey, can you clean this rental property at night? And then I got to go, and then I miss the gym. Nah,
There you go.
I don't want to do it at night. That's why I don't like. I was gonna ask you like, what during your whole entire life, what would you have done different? Well, I have a question. What could you, if you could go back, what would you have done different in your life? Like I believe that we all have like a journey like that we got, you know what I mean? But do you feel like there's something that you could have like maybe turned left instead of right, and then maybe you could have been the bodybuilder instead of this communications guy, or is there something like that, or?
I can't really say. You know, I just, you take what comes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can't say, well, if I did this, I would have done that. You know,
Yeah.
you know,
That's too
second guessing is easy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I guess I had a good life. You know what I mean? I can't complain.
You were just a working man. You went to the gym. Okay, how about this? How about you working out so much? Did it affect like your family and stuff like that? Were they always like, were they happy with that? Were they mad? How was that?
You know, my wife kind of accepted it. We'll have 52 years coming August.
Okay.
Married.
Yeah.
And she never worked out.
No?
But it never affected, you know, our life.
Yeah.
You know, I still was involved. That's another reason why I started. My kids started getting, growing up. I coached ball. I have 2 sons and a daughter.
Okay.
And I didn't miss anything. You know, I was, you know, took care of them, and I got my workouts in still.
Yeah, because you worked out in the morning.
I worked out in the morning.
So you still had time for them and everything. What kind of coach were you? Baseball, football?
Coached baseball, and I helped basketball and football. You know, when the kids were small.
Yeah.
You know, I enjoyed that.
You have grandkids and stuff?
I got grandkids too.
Oh yeah.
Well, the one I told you, he's the oldest one. He's the one that got sick.
Oh,
he's
okay.
he's a gourmet
right.
cook. He's a chef at a restaurant out in Perrysburg. He finally got back to work after 7 months in the hospital.
Damn, he lost his lung. That's fucking horrible.
Yeah.
Hey, sorry to hear about that. That's crazy. So what hobbies do you have outside of the gym? Outside of that, like what do you like to do?
I used to play a lot of golf. Okay, and I like to go fishing.
Okay.
So my son and we go out on the lake a lot. I did more before, not quite as much now.
Okay.
But I like to be outside. I like to be, you know, out on the lake or just outside. Period.
Yeah.
You know, that's why I used to like to run. We used to go out to all the metro parks. We did all the trails. We'd be nothing to go out to Oak Openings on a Sunday afternoon or Sunday morning, actually, not in the afternoon. We'd run up to 15, 16 miles, do all the trails, especially if we were marathon. You know, marathon training, you have to do at least 4 or 5 big runs before you do a actual marathon.
Yeah. So is that how you got bad knees? The running or the
Well,
squats?
maybe what's heavy squats.
The heavy squats.
Plus, in my job, I did a lot of work, like going up in ceilings on ladders, up and down ladders, twisting around.
Okay.
You know, back. That's right, my back injuries. You know.
Yeah.
I can't say weightlifting done my back in.
No.
It might have been more from the twisting and the running.
Okay.
Maybe football. I took a lot of hits. You know, playing linebacker, you're hitting all the time.
Yeah.
It just.
I just wonder because, like, okay, I'm on this fitness thing, right? I have my right knees. I had tore my ACL one time playing football. Just the other day, I, hit this one. I did something to this one. So I'm thinking, like, what can I do to prevent me from having bad knees when I'm 70? You know what I mean? Like, but I only run 15 minutes in the morning every day, and when I do my squats, I put a 45 on each side. Maybe one time I went crazy and I put 4 plates on, but that was like, and it doesn't feel real heavy for me. So I don't think that I'm overworking anything.
If you got 4 plates on each side?
No. 2 and 2,
yeah. Yeah, it's 2 and a quarter, yeah.
Yeah, that's nothing.
No.
I can do that easily. So I feel like as long as I do that and I don't go crazy, I should be fine, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm not doing no marathons. I'm 42. I'm that marathon stuff.
I was still running them when I was in my late 40s. That might have been part of my knees.
I know, but you started earlier too, right?
Well, I started running, back in, I played football. We had to run. This summer, we did our own training.
Yeah.
I'd be running 5 miles a day doing sprints, plus weightlifting in the evening then when I was younger.
Do you ever heard of Goggins? This guy, this like army vet guy. He's like a Marine. And he's like running. He tells people he does like a social media. His name is Goggins. He was like 400 pounds and he lost all his weight and he became a Marine. And now he does social media and he tells people like he just runs and he tells people to get up, you lazy piece of crap. And like, he's a motivational guy.
Well,
and then
good.
the way you were saying that right there, I just thinking of him. Like I was thinking of Goggins. Like I could see you out there like doing your thing, man. Yeah. That was a beautiful thing. So that's what kept you healthy all these years.
And then the running helped a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it helped me keep weight down, stay trim. And now I can't run no more, because of my knees and my back. And then went to walking. I'd walk, 6-7 miles, and can't even do that anymore.
How about your eating? How was your eating? How did you always eat? Healthy, or did you eat just whatever you wanted as long as you worked out?
It depend. Sometimes it was on a real strong health kick.
Okay.
Then other times I'd slide, slide.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And like as you get older, you got to try to really minimize your intake, and it's hard to do. I only eat twice a day, but your metabolism changes as you get older. You don't burn the calories like you used to. And now I'm not running and all that, so I got to be careful.
Now you can't eat. You can't eat as much as now.
I've gained weight because I can't. I was depending on my cardio to get me over.
Yeah, now you can't even run.
No, can't do any of that stuff.
Yeah.
But I do what I can. I'm in the gym.
Every day.
I got to keep the blood flowing. That's important.
You're in the gym every day, dude. Like
pretty much 7 days a week.
Yeah. Sometimes I think sometimes I'm like I don't want to go to the gym, and I think of you and the other guy. I'm like, come on. If they can do it, why can't I?
That's a good mindset.
Yeah.
You look like you said about somebody you looked for at,
Yeah.
That's what you got to think. You got to have something like that to inspire you to go.
Yeah, because I think like them guys are older. They're older guys and they're there every day and they're there before me. Like, what's wrong? I bleed just like them. That's right. If they can do it, I can do it.
You can do it.
I talk myself into sometimes I don't feel like going to the gym at all. But then I say, you know what I'll say? I minimize it too. Like I'll say, I'm just gonna go. I'll tell myself in my head I'm just gonna go jog. I'm not even gonna hit the weights. And then when I get there and I start jogging, then I'll just talk myself into going hit the weights. Cause I have a problem.
But you got
with
there.
that.
That's the key. No matter how bad you felt coming in, you always feel 100% better going out.
Man, you're right.
You know what's behind you.
Yeah. I did that just the other day. I didn't want to come. And then when I got there, I made a video when I was walking out. I said, man, now I feel so much better.
Cool.
Yeah. So how has your perspective on fitness changed over the years? Like when you were hitting it hard back when you were younger, and now where you're at right now.
Well, back then you had goals. You want to win a contest. You want to win a meet. You were thinking. Now I don't care. That don't come into play. I just want to stay alive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the difference right there.
Yeah.
You just do what you can do, and thank God that you're still around.
Absolutely.
Like you said, people are gone.
Yeah.
You do the best you can. That's the only thing I could say about that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
You know what I mean?
Hey, that's a beautiful. There's nothing better than you can say.
That's right. It's good to be seen.
Yeah. Hey, so what do you hope to pass on to us guys in the fitness, like us that are because right now I see you're at the gym every day, but I want us to pass on, even me, I want to pass on. I want you. What can you pass on to us younger guys that are at the gym every day so we can pass on to the younger generation?
Well, just be smart, okay? Don't do like you described some of those people doing the wrong way on the weights. Keep everything right.
Okay.
You know, do all the, if you can do an exercise, do it good.
Yeah.
You know what I
Like
mean?
good
The way it's designed.
form.
And your nutrition, keep that up. And you got to use this. You got to be mental. Like you said, you got to talk yourself into going into the gym.
Yeah.
They need to learn that.
Yeah.
Discipline. You got to have discipline. That's what I want to pass on. If you want to work out and you want to stay fit, you got to have discipline.
Yeah.
You got to be regimented.
Yeah.
Okay? You got to say, it's 5 o'clock, you know, I'm going to the gym.
And then, but what if your brain's telling you, no, I'm tired?
Well, some days you feel like that. Them are the days you really got to talk yourself into going.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah.
And then there's nothing wrong. You know, like the other day, my knee was bothering me. I said, I'm not going in. I called this one guy. I said, I'm not going to go in. I said, I iced my knee down. I said, it's self-defeating then.
Yeah, yeah.
You know.
So if it's like if it's an injury that's bothering you, just take a day off.
Take some days off. Yeah. Right.
Yeah, but what if it's just like some just pussy, like I'm just being a little.
No,
like I'm just like being like.
You got to talk yourself out of that.
Yeah, because I got enough sleep and I'm just tired. I just want 1 more hour of sleep. I got to just get up, right? Force myself to go.
You got to get up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's how I feel. Because I understand what you said. If it's my knee and stuff, because I've had the last couple weeks ago I got a tattoo, and they said to stay away from the gym because of bacteria.
Right.
So I had to stay away. You know, I was like, I'm not gonna get like a big like staph infection in my tattoo.
No, you don't need that.
So that's why I stayed
just
away.
Just be smart. You know.
Yeah.
You know.
I stayed away from that time. But if it's like for real, just my brain telling me don't go, I'm not gonna let it. I'm not gonna let it, because I feel that if you force yourself to go, then you force your brain to like grow and to like learn and stuff like that.
And you become, again, I use that word regimented. It's, you talk yourself right through it. You're trying to talk yourself out of it, then you got to talk yourself into it.
Do you feel like motivation just comes, or do you feel like you have to start taking action and then you get like motivated?
At my age, it's a little easier for me because I've been doing it so long. It becomes like drinking a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
You know, if they took my gym away from me, that'd be the end of me, okay?
Yeah.
You know, however, I will say, when I went on vacation a couple of weeks back, I didn't work out. I said I let my body have a rest.
Yeah.
You know
and how was that?
It was okay. You know, but when I couldn't wait to get back home, get back in the routine.
Yeah.
You know.
It's crazy how strong a routine can be to us, right?
Right.
It's like if the gym, like say you get to the gym and the guy doesn't come to open the door, damn, that shit ruins your day, huh?
That upsets me. I'm not, I guess I should be a little bit more, I'm not tolerant of people that are late. You know what I mean? Like there's times when I come to the gym and I want to get in there and I'm early and there's these people that are 50 years younger than me and they come and open the gym and it's like they're not in a big hurry. And, you know, I said, come on, let's get it on. Let's get it going. You know what I mean? No reason for that.
I think that gym should be open 24 hours. I don't understand.
Well,
or they should give us like a pass or something.
Well, see, like the one I go to on a weekend, that's why I go there. Because Esporta don't open till 8. I'm in the gym the same time I am over here or earlier because I get there at 4:45. I just slide my card and go in.
Yeah.
And like tomorrow, I'll be in the gym at 4:45.
Do you think that's because the pool and all that, they probably have more liabilities with all that stuff and stuff? Because like the other gym.
See, the other gym, it's just equipment. There's no pool,
gym.
Nothing like that.
Yeah, and no one has to be there when you get there?
They don't come until like 7 o'clock.
Yeah. And there's just cameras and stuff.
There's cameras, all over the place.
Yeah, just in case something happens.
Yeah, and you sign a disclaimer, you know, they're not, you know, responsible.
Yeah.
And I kind of like it that way because there's times I go in on a weekend, especially like they're open all the time. You can go in there Easter, Christmas, whatever you want if you want to go in there. But like even on a weekend, you go in on a Sunday, there'll be just me and my buddy sometimes, the whole workout. Or sometimes nobody. You know what I mean? I'll go in there on my own. And
yeah.
A lot of people that go to that gym, there's like firemen and policemen and stuff like that have different shifts, or guys that work third shift. They'll be finishing working out when I'm coming in there. They got off like say 3 in the morning, 2 in the morning.
Yeah.
They come in there.
So okay, so they get off in the yeah. Because some people get off late at night and then right into the morning and just
Right.
go. Yeah, that's good. I wish I could have a job like that, because then I would just work out and go to sleep and then start my day.
That's what some of those guys do. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Hey, so is there anything else you would like to share with us about your workout journey or anything like that?
Just like I said, keep it light, keep it right. Okay?
That was good.
Use your head.
Yeah.
Let your body be your guide. If you have pain, find out what's going on.
Okay.
You know, don't let it ride like I did with my shoulders and that.
Okay.
Seek your medical help, and then you can get back in it gradually. You know, and watch your nutrition. And like you know, we used to say it's 90% mental. Back in the day.
All right.
Same with like your nutrition and my brother and I used to always say it's 80% diet and 20% blast. You know.
Okay, so 80% diet and 20% blast. Free weights, huh?
Well, whatever.
Yeah,
now,
but that,
you know, whatever you know.
But when he meant that blast,
he
meant free weights.
Yeah,
huh?
free weights.
And then your brother, how old is he? He's older, 4 years older.
4 years older.
And he worked out all his
he
whole
still
life.
Works
too?
out.
Yeah. Where's he work out at? Somewhere else?
He lives in Alabama. He used to live in Florida, and he lives in Birmingham now.
Okay, you guys.
But he's running out of gas too.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, he's going to be 80 years old. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
But we've been working out since we were teenagers.
And then you guys got a good family. Like you guys are close family growing up.
Pretty much, yeah. It was only him and I.
Oh,
you know, and he's been gone. He hasn't lived in Toledo since '78. You know, but all the rest of my family, my kids, everybody lives in Toledo.
Did you? You said it was just you and your brother.
Yeah.
And then like you guys, did you create a nice little family after when you and your wife? You got a couple daughters.
I got 3 kids.
And then grandkids.
2 boys and a daughter.
And grandkids.
The daughter's the oldest. I got 5 grandkids.
Dang.
Yeah.
So you got a nice little family tree going right there.
Like I said, they're all right here. You know, like a lot of families are here and there and everywhere.
So they're all here in Toledo?
They're all here in Toledo.
That's awesome. So the grandkids come over and stuff?
Yeah.
You watch them and stuff?
Well, now they're old enough they don't need to be watched.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
But you did watch them like when they were younger?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, so they're all old enough where they're like in their 20s now, huh?
Most of them. Well, the one grandkid, the youngest one, he's 12.
Oh, okay.
You know.
Yeah.
But the rest of them are like, well, one kid, he's plays baseball. He's, in fact, they had 2 games today. He plays for Whitmer.
Dang, and I'm over here. I had you come over here to this interview instead of the game.
Well, they already got their games done.
Oh, okay.
They're in tournament now. He's in travel ball.
Oh, okay, yeah.
They had a game at 9 and they had a game at 12 or 1.
How old is this kid?
16.
16, huh?
He's a junior.
Okay. Yeah, because I have my nephew plays for Travel Whitmer, but he's like 9. So he plays like on another team.
Small, yeah.
Yeah. That's why I
my
was
youngest
asking.
son, he's a referee and he's an umpire. He does all kind of he's licensed in Ohio and Michigan. He does games from kids all the way up to college.
Oh, okay.
Umpiring. He does boys, girls, women.
What's his name?
Joel Janatowski.
Oh, he's Joe. Okay.
Yeah, he's 45.
So he's 2 years older than me. So he was born in 78.
74 he was
74.
born.
So he's older than that then.
Yeah.
He's like 30. He's like 46.
46.
Yeah. Maybe even that. 47, 48.
My son, no, the oldest one, his birthday will be in August. He was born in 70. No, my daughter was in 74. She's the oldest.
Okay.
Jason was born in 76. Joel was born in 77.
Oh, okay, yes. So, 77, that's,
77.
Yeah.
So
he's the one he's the youngest. Yeah, you're going to get in trouble with your kids if you don't get those years right.
Yeah.
Because we're recording this, so they're gonna be like, Dad, you didn't get the years right.
No, Janelle's 74. She was the first one. Mm-hmm. And then,
all right, so the most important thing from this conversation, I think, is that that like don't go so hard with the heavy weights, because like later on in life you can have a lot of injuries, right?
Right.
Is that what you think?
That's my perspective.
Yeah.
You know, unless you're really competing Like, you know, I was doing, if you're competing at a young age, yeah, you want to go heavier and heavier and heavier at a young age. But then as you grow older, you need to slow down on that if you're not competing anymore.
Yeah.
You don't want to defeat the purpose. You want to stay in shape. You want to stay, you know, looking good. You know.
Yeah, because you don't want to over here be hurting and all this stuff. You're gonna be in shape for all these years, and then when you get older, can't even walk.
That's right.
Yeah. And then what are you gonna do with your knees? You're gonna fix them or no?
I'm going to see the surgeon here.
So one's already fixed, right?
No, the shoulder's fixed. Oh. This one needs to be fixed. This knee needs to be fixed.
And then one knees are still good then?
Well, this is half good.
Half good.
He might want to do both of them.
Oh, okay.
Plus, I had 3 back surgeries.
Holy crap! Holy.
So like I say, if anybody that's been doing this stuff a long time, you're going to get some injury of some kind.
Yeah.
It's going to happen, especially if you're handling heavy weights.
Yeah. Man, so so what we should get across is be careful with the heavy weights. Make sure you do it the smart way. Make sure you do it like with form. Learn. Watch some videos.
Right.
Make sure you watch the right people too. Not just anybody can show you how to work out too.
No, that's right.
Because I show people how to work out, but I don't say that I'm a personal trainer. I just make my workout videos. I'm not saying this is the way you do it, but I also learn from people. I learn from other people to make my videos. That's right. I don't tell people this is the way you should do it or nothing. I just have fun, put music in the background and stuff like that.
Cool.
Yeah. Hey, Greg, I want to thank you so much for coming on the podcast. I wanted to talk about this stuff because I'm on this workout journey, and I just want to, I want people to know about the good part and the bad part about working out and both sides of it, okay?
Like I said, I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, thank you so much, man.
Share some information.
Yeah, I appreciate you so much, all right? All right, we'll see you guys next week on Big Yogi'Z Garage. See you next week. Bye.